Hi, we're Inya
and Timnah
from Bite-Sized. Today, we'll introduce you to Docker, one of the most powerful tools for reproducible research.
We'll explain what Docker is, what a container actually does, and why it's especially useful for open science. And at the end, we'll show you how to install Docker on Mac, Windows, and Linux.
Let's start with a common problem in research and software, the so-called works on my machine problem. You write code for your thesis, it works perfectly on your laptop, you send it to your supervisor, and suddenly it breaks.
Maybe you're using a different Python version. Maybe the package versions don't match, or you're working on different operating systems. This is one of the biggest challenges in reproducible research.
Open science is not only about sharing your code, it's about sharing code that actually runs. And that's where Docker comes in.
Docker is a tool that lets you package your application together with everything it needs to run. That includes the programming language version, all required packages, system libraries, and even operating system settings. All of this is bundled together inside something called a container.
But unlike a full virtual machine, it's fast and efficient. The key idea is simple. If it runs inside the container on your machine, it will run the same way on anyone else's machine. That's reproducibility.
In open science, we care about reproducible results, transparent workflows, and making sure our research code remains usable in the long term. Docker helps with all three. You should consider using Docker if your project depends on specific package versions, if you collaborate with others, if you plan to publish your research code, or if you want to ensure long-term reproducibility. For example, when submitting replication material. If you're writing serious research code, Docker is definitely worth considering.
Let's install Docker. The best place to start is the official documentation at docs.docker.com. We will link it in the description below. For Mac and Windows, download Docker Desktop directly from docker.com. The installer will guide you through everything. On Mac, make sure to pick the right version for your chip, Apple Silicon or Intel. On Linux, head to this link, select your distribution, and follow the steps there.
To test whether Docker works on any system, run docker run hello world in your terminal. Docker will download a small test image, start a container, and print a confirmation message. If you see the message hello from Docker, everything is working correctly.
You now know what Docker is, why it matters for open science, and how to install it.
In the next video, we'll create our first Docker container and show you how to containerize a simple Python research project.
Thanks for watching.